If you're feeling stiff and tight in your lower back, I'm going to show you a 5-minute activation routine that you can do to improve spinal extension and also renew your energy. Welcome to the Joint Longevity Lab by Fitness Integrated Science. I'm Lauren Irk, and in this video, I'm going to show you a 5-minute activation routine that you can do to offset hours of sitting and also help you to bend backwards better. I want you to begin by coming into a standing position. Place your hands on your hips and work to press your feet down and apart. As you inhale, lift your chest. When you do that, you're going to feel your lower back elongate. Tightening your glutes, gently press your hips forward. Lifting up through the breastplate, which is the sternum. Imagine that sternum was being drawn to the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulder blades back, draw your elbows down, and work on keeping space in your lower back versus throwing it all in there. Remember, we don't want to cramp up, so make sure that this is not forcing anything. And then release and come back out of it. Generally, after you finish one, you should feel good. If it feels like it hurts, you did too much. Let's do it again. Lifting up nice and tall, squeeze the glutes, lightly press your hips forward, but elongate out of that lower back. Relaxing your shoulders out of your ears as you lift your chest. Hold this here for just a few seconds. No shaking, just breathe gently and release it. Now, let's take both of your shoulders and reach them out over the head. Inhale. If you can, gaze up at your hands, looking up. And then exhale, bring that all the way down. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, flexing into those shoulders. Reach up to the ceiling. Feel that lower back elongating. Press your hips forward. Lift through your chest. And then exhale, release that down. Now as we come on down to the floor, let's move into a seated position. With your knees bent, I want you to grab the backs of your legs and lift your chest up into an upright position. So just like we did from that standing position, I want you to raise up into your sternum, and you should feel muscles in your back working to keep you here. You're also going to be feeling hip flexor muscles, which we feel anytime we're sitting in a chair. As we exhale now, let's just lean back, round the back, and let those hips release. Try that again. As you inhale, you don't use your hands. These are just there for a placer. You can even put your hands against the ground. Draw your spinal column in and up, raising into your chest and sternum. Relax your shoulders down, breathing gently. And then exhale, release. Now as we swing our legs around to all fours, and if you have a hard time kneeling, put your hands on top of a chair and come to standing. From here, press your hands lightly forward, press your knees lightly back. You will still feel those same muscles that we just felt in that last exercise. Pick up your left hand and your right knee. See if you can balance there without changing your spinal muscles. This is great for spinal stabilization. Exhale and change right hand and left knee. See if you can do this without wobbling. Hold and breathe. And then exhale, bring that down. Now, if that felt really good, I want you to lift that up, but I also want you to extend from your hip and flex from your shoulder, coming into that bird dog exercise. You should definitely feel activation of muscles coming from the hip to the opposite shoulder and through your spine. Releasing that down, let's change. Pick up this hand and opposite knee, and then if possible, reach out from opposite arm to leg and hold it. Hold for 4, breathing, no shaking, no cramping, and release. Let's just try that one more time. This time, go straight into it, reaching from opposite arm to leg. Try to maintain the distance from the ribs to the hips. In other words, don't let the waistline sag down. Keep your abs tight. And then one more time, reaching from opposite directions to hold it. And release it. Now we're ready to come all the way down onto the belly. Pressing your hips into the floor works to tighten your glutes. Remember what we felt like from standing. I want you to pinch your shoulder blades together, and when you come up, imagine the crown of your head reaching away from you as you pinch your shoulder blades back. Distribute this motion from the hips to the low back all the way up into your shoulders. Try not to force anything. And then exhale, come down. You can certainly tuck your chin and look at the ground, or if you want to work harder, when you come up, you can also incorporate cervical extension as you lift your head. Otherwise, just keep it in neutral. Lightly press your shoulder blades back. And then release that back down. Now from here, let's work on picking up one of our legs, maintaining just a slight amount of extension into the upper body, not a ton. Press that hip into the ground, and then lower, and then do the same thing on the other side, pressing that hip into the floor, squeezing into the glute. And down. Now, if it's appropriate for you, add a little bit more of a lift as we move into our second repetition and holding, pinching the shoulder blade into the back and down. If this brings you any discomfort at all, make sure that you are not coming up off the floor too high. You also may want to entertain a blanket under your pelvis to raise the floor up a little higher so you have something to round down against. When you're done with that, let's come to all fours, pressing your hands towards your legs, round your back, tuck your chin. And now as we walk our legs back, we're coming into the sitting position. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, and you should feel amazing. In this 5 minutes, having more energy and more mobility in your body. If you'd like more information on programs like this, head on over to Fitness Integrated Science TV, which is designed for adults over 50 that are looking to improve joint health and also to strengthen their muscular system. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Make sure to share it with anyone that you know that I can help. And also make sure you're subscribed so that you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.